when you go for the Americana, there are a couple ways that a person might react to try to save their hand using their other hand. And when they do that, when they bring their other hand into the mix, that's when we can do an armbar on the defending hand. And there's two ways that people will generally do it. Now, if I pin this out, and if I'm as low as I should be, then it isn't possible to reach across our chests. But sometimes in the heat of things, we do it while we're still kneeling, we pin this, and he reaches between us for his arm, and then he just pulls it back to center. Okay, and I lose it that way, or anyway, that's the intention of reaching past us with this arm. Okay, that exposes this arm to an arm bar, and so does reaching when I'm too tight to his body to do that. He brings his hands together over his head. So people reach like this. Yeah, it's actually not a terrible idea, but we have a reaction. We have a way to catch him in an armbar when he does that. So I'd like to do the over the head one first. When I've got this pinned and my chest is down close enough that he can't reach between us, so he reaches overhead, okay, I'm going to bring my right knee up a little bit into the armpit, and then I'm going to bring this leg out, and I'm drawing a circle here, and I'm going to bring his arm across his body and step over. I sort of fast-tracked my way to S-mount, but it's a kind of an ugly S-mount, but I get to move into it while he's busy overhead. One more time. I've got this pin, and he connects his hands over his head. It's going to be good for me if I can bring my knee higher. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is bring this knee higher on the side that I'm attacking his arm. Now this leg is going to start drawing a circle. I'm going to sit up. I'm going to drag this across my body. So it was over on my right side. And I drag it to my left side of my body. I can now sit over the head, and I have the arm here for the armbar. The second way that a person can defend the arm being Americana is going to be to reach through and try and grab his own wrist to like pull it back. Not pull it back. That's the idea. That's the idea. And it'll work, but we have a counter to that escape. It isn't a perfect Americana escape. I'm definitely not saying either of these are the right thing to do, but there are things you're going to see all the time. When he reaches through between our chests, it's just a wide opening to S-mount here. So I'm going to bring this knee up higher, and here I am in S-mount to catch the reaching arm. So if I do the Americana, he reaches through. This is an opening to a high knee for S-mount. I'm going to draw a circle with the other leg, pick this elbow up, and then I can lace, base, and sit down for the armbar here. One more time. If I'm pinning this for an Americana and he reaches through, he's given me a path here to get up to S-mount. So I'm going to take it. Now this hand's going to become the elbow spatula. I'm going to pick this up, turn my leg over, lace my grip here, lace to my elbow pit. Not hold. I don't need to hold it. Lace, base on the far side of his hip. Lean this way. I'm sitting on him for this. Sit back, and now I'm in my armbar finish position. And slide my knee way up. Turn this over. Now, sometimes people's arms are crossed in such a way that when I lace and I go to do this, it won't come out of here because he's got a nice mechanical block. It's trapping his hand in the bend of his own elbow. So I won't be able to pull this straight. And don't make the mistake of trying to put together the whole move because it's going to be tough here as well. So instead, if you get to this point here and his arms are crossed wrong for the armbar, I have an Americana. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to hold the top wrist, the one I can see. I'm going to hold the top wrist. And with this grip and this grip behind his elbow, I'm going to pull it across to my hip. So my hip over here. So I was going to lace here. And if you did lace, just take it out, grab this wrist, pull it toward your hip, and now I'm going to block with palm down. I'm going to block his tricep of the arm I just caught over here. And then I'm going to push it and connect an Americana grip. And I have the shoulder lock right here. I crash to the elbow, keep him here. I collect the arm. Bring my knee way up, turn him around, but this time his arms are crossed, the other way. There's just nowhere else to put your arms but here, and sometimes they'll be armbar favorable, and sometimes they'll be Americana favorable. In this case, they're Americana favorable, but not everybody knows this move, so it's a good kind of sneak attack from here. Get the wrist and tricep, pull it across. Now palm down, block the tricep of the arm you just pulled across. And with a C grip, because that's fine for pushing, I'm going to push, connect my hands. And because his elbow is so close to his midline, I don't have to move very far to get the tap. Again, I was here, and I'm just not going to be able to sit back with this. He can hold his gi sometimes with this, and this all becomes a problem. Instead, I'm going to pull this way. Even if he's holding his gi, that's in the direction of his grip. This is actually a pretty good grip rate too. Hold his wrist, pull his tricep to your far hip, palm down, block his tricep, C grip, pushes so you can connect your figure 4 grip. And here's our Americana right here. I'm still on top of my opponent. I don't have to fall off and then go for secondary submissions. I just have the other submission right here. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1.